are beautiful. And I know these, we were chased around the ring today. Woohoo! Whoop! It's wild! It's wild! Look how that was! It came this high off the ground! He's grumpy. Absolutely grumpy. Grumpier than a vegan in a butchery. 80% of people who receive antivenom after a bite from this snake still end up dying. Going off its tits, the snake! Whoa! Let me just get my wits about me. I wasn't expecting that. Hello guys, Dingo here. Welcome to this video. And as you can see in front of me here, a beautiful pile of leaves. And this video is all about the most dangerous snakes you find in South America. That's right. It's the infamous Bushmaster versus the fer-de-lance. Two vipers, incredibly dangerous. And you won't believe it, but just here, 2 feet from me, there's two of these snakes in this beautiful leaf litter. Have a look if you can see where they are. And there's a fer-de-lance sitting here, and there's a Bushmaster. And the reason I wanted to put them out here in this kind of environment is this is the kind of environment you find them in the jungles in South America. I was in Bolivia in February, almost had a fatal accident there with a different type of a snake bite. But I was walking through the jungles and we were looking for these species. The fer-de-lance, such a big reputation. It's the Bothrops family of snakes, and the one we've got here today is known as the Bothrops asper. Those are the biggest fer-de-lance vipers you get in the world. And then we've got a very special Bushmaster here, probably the rarest Bushmaster of them all, and my personal favorite, the black-headed Bushmasters. And as you can see, super camouflaged. This is a small area over here. We've got two snakes. They're not fully grown, but they're pretty large, probably about 4 foot or so. And both of these snakes in this area here. And you can imagine how difficult it is in the jungles to see these animals. You'll walk past them all day long, and that's really fortunate. Now the first snake we're going to take out is the fer-de-lance. What you might not see is the fer-de-lance is right over here. Look at that body. And in today's video, we're looking at which of these snakes is the most dangerous snake. And I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. But is it the Bushmaster or the fer-de-lance? Look at it moving through the leaf litter here. I actually can't see where its head is. And I'll bring it out in a moment. Look at it cruising through. Where are you going? Over here somewhere, aren't you? And you can see how... Whoop, 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 whoop. It's wild! It's wild! Look out! Ah! Look at that! Off the ground coming at me! Oh, man alive! Whew. Did that thing wake up? You just relax. I don't want it in this reeds behind me here. No. What he doesn't know is we work with black mambas a little bit quicker than you. Little viper. Okay, I just want you to sit. Look at that strike. I'm just gonna gather my thoughts here. It seemed like a good idea. No, stop. Stop. Look how quick that snake is. It seemed like a good idea to have the two snakes out at the same time. But look at it. It's going off its head. Going off its tits, the snake. Whoa! I mean, for a viper to be acting like that, that's crazy. You are crazy. It's crazy as a cut snake. Just relax. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and wear the snake out a little bit so we can get to a stage when it chills out. Did you see that? Came right at me, and like in a leopard, like a mamba or cobra, right off the ground. It's coming again. Mouth open. No. Let me take you far away from there. Let me just get my wits about me. I wasn't expecting that. Still mouth open. Coming at us. How's that, guys? I have never seen a viper lose its sense of humor. You're gonna come at me again so quickly in my life. And the difficulty when handling this viper is it's thin. It's not a fat snake like our African adders are. So it's quite wiry. You could see how fast it was. It came this high off the ground. Man alive, that caught me by surprise. Hopefully, no, you're not relaxing. Look at you, coming straight at me. Straight at me. You just stop it now. Stop it, strike again. Okay, let me just put him over here. I just want him to relax. I don't actually feel so safe on the ground here. There we go, that's right. Look that way. I don't want you here. And this is still a young snake. It's only about a 2-year-old snake. They'll push right up to 6 foot, sometimes even longer. The biggest type of fer-de-lance you get in the world are these beautiful asper, and I've loved them. I mean, I've loved these snakes since I first saw them on television years ago. There was a documentary about these snakes and I saw their size. Just relax, why are you coming at me? Vipers aren't meant to do this. And I saw their size, and the size of their fangs is terrific. And a lot of people are bitten by this snake. So let me get back onto our topic for today. Which snake is more dangerous? The fer-de-lance versus the Bushmaster. So let me talk firstly in terms of personality. As you can see, fer-de-lance vipers really quick to bite. They've got attitude. So when I look at these snakes and I'm comparing them, I look at a couple of factors. The first one we're looking at today, we're looking at personality and temperament. I just wish it would sit still for a second and I can catch my breath and just relax a little bit. And when it comes to personality, this snake, he's grumpy. Absolutely grumpy. Grumpier than a vegan in a butchery. So number one, in terms of personality, super dangerous snakes. And when you come across them, they're really quick to bite, almost like an African puff that is. You stand on it, it's going to bite you every time. This snake's not going to let you off with a warning. It's not going to let you tread on it, hurt it, and then move on. This snake's going to bite you, it's going to envenomate you, and it's got really bad venom. And that's the second point I want to look at, is the venom toxicity of these snakes is tremendous. They're really, really dangerous snakes. Got a whole bunch of hemotoxins in there, some cytotoxins, and what it's going to do, you relax. Why you keep coming at me? It's going to destroy your tissues, it's going to make you blood, there's going to be gangrene and necrosis setting in, you're going to lose digits, and this snake would kill you. It kills a lot of people in South America. Here in South Africa it's even more dangerous because we've got no anti-venom for them. Fortunately though, the only ones in South Africa are in collections like mine. So this is my own captive snake. Captive bred. There we go, just sit there. You're a little bit too close to me, but it's okay. Hello my girl. I think this actually is the female, which might explain why she was so cranky earlier. All my female snakes seem to be a little bit more feisty, if you know what I mean. Look at her, and while we've got her right there, let me tell you a little bit more about her. Absolutely beautiful snake. So then we're talking about venom. And the biggest problem with these snakes is they come into contact with so many people in South America. There are a lot of different members of the fer-de-lance family. Look at the wind blowing here. I don't want anything to set this snake off. One movement like that of a leaf, she could just go 0 to 100 all over again. But there are a lot of fer-de-lances out there, and they come into regular contact with people, and people walk around. Look at this magnificent patterning all over here. And in the leaf litter, you can't see a thing. It's got those black spots, got these beautiful kind of V's the whole way down this magnificent body, even some beautiful salmon color underneath it. She's a looker, no doubt about it. She's a good looking snake. But man alive, is she dangerous. She's got a bad personality, number one. Number two, she's got really toxic venom. And the third thing that makes her super dangerous is that she is found throughout people's homes. It's a really, really bad snake. In terms of handling, very difficult to handle a snake of this size when it's going off its head like it was earlier. Let's put her away. Let's bring out our next snake today, the black-headed Bushmaster. And guys, our next snake, one of my personal favorites, the black-headed Bushmaster, and here she lies right there. Look at that. Now this snake is about the same age as that fer-de-lance you saw. Look at her waking up. Let me pull her out. Look at that. Ooh, you are beautiful. No, please. I've been chased around already today. I'm a little bit nervous because they got a super long strike. And she's a bit bigger than that fer-de-lance was. No, I don't want you in that position, my girl. And as you can see, black-headed bushmaster. Look at that beautiful black on top of her head and these magnificent chevrons and blotches the whole way down her body. That is a beautiful, beautiful snake. Now she's facing the right way. So let's look at those same factors. Number one, personality. Bushmasters, generally far more relaxed than those fer-de-lance. Look at her, just sitting out. Could never sit this closely with that fer-de-lance. It was off its head, even though she's got a longer strike, longer fangs, and in many ways I'm in more danger now. She's a completely different snake when it comes to personality. I have had bushmasters chase me around my snake room, but in general, compared to fer-de-lance, a lot more relaxed. That's the first thing. You stand on the snake, there's a probability you might get bitten, but there's a little chance that she might just let you go. They're not snakes that are grumpy, they're not snakes that want to bite you all the time. The second factor we looked at is in terms of venom, and that's where the Bushmaster knocks the fer-de-lance out of the park. Bushmaster's venom, that's something you don't want inside of your body. They've got huge fangs to deliver it, and they inject a massive amount of venom. In fact, Bushmasters are the longest viper in the world, the third longest venomous snake after the king cobra and the black mamba. They get super big. 3.6 meters is a record Central American Bushmaster. And a snake that size is just going to inject so much venom into you. Not only is to give you a lot of venom, but the toxicity of that venom is incredibly bad. Yes, you get the bleeding, you get the kind of necrosis setting in, but it kills you. In fact, 80% of people who receive antivenom after a bite from this snake still end up dying. That's alarming. 80% chance, even if you get the anti-venom, that you're still gonna die from it. The venom is far worse than that fer-de-lance we had out just now. So firstly, personality, fer-de-lance takes it. Venom, can't touch the Bushmaster. Then we talk about the proximity that these snakes are with human beings. As you can see, look how camouflaged the snake is. Can't see it at all. Disappears quicker than a fart in a fan factory. Absolutely magnificent camouflage. However, these snakes are incredibly rare. In fact, in one study I think it was in Bolivia, scientists went in there, searched for 4 years and only found 2 Bushmasters. Whereas fer-de-lance, they were finding every second day. So because of that, these snakes come into human contact really seldomly. Very few people are ever bitten by Bushmasters because there's so few of these snakes around. And that has to mean when it comes to proximity of humans, we're going to have to give it to the fer-de-lance. But if you have to take a bite from one of these snakes, I'm going to pick the fer-de-lance every single time because this snake is going to kill you. No ifs, buts, maybes, maybes about it. However, which snake is more of a threat to human beings currently in the world right now? Which snake is more difficult to handle from a handler's perspective every single time? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give that to the fer-de-lance. Whoa, don't prove me wrong here. No. You behave now, my girl. Look at that. It's like she knew I was talking about her. Isn't she spectacular? And my favorite out of the two is always going to be the black-headed Bushmaster. Spectacular snakes. But when it comes to danger, we're going to give it to the fer-de-lance. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Dingo out.